You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. USA Today put out the college football coaching salary database. They do this every year. They obtain the contracts of all of the college football coaches across the FBS. And Nick Saban, with a total compensation of $9.753 million, is the highest paid coach in football. And even at $9.7 million, he is grossly underpaid for the value that he brings. But what I'll say, and every year when I look at this, I always look at the buyout. It is the most important part of a contract. Talk about it all the time. Because no matter what you're paying a coach, doesn't matter, whatever you're paying a coach, if they are winning, it does not matter what you're paying them. It just doesn't matter. Now, Ed Orgeron is this year, you can pull this up, Paul. Ed Orgeron has a total compensation package this year of over $9 million. That's a lot. School pays $8.6 million. He's got up to $1.975 million in bonuses, but $600,000 in other pay. Ultimately comes out to just a hair over $9 million. But like we talk about all the time with the buyouts, which is the most important part of the contract, Ed Orgeron's buyout, as USA Today lists it, is at $17,150,000. Been telling you for several weeks, buyout's right around $17 million. They listed it $17,150. By the way, Nick Saban's buyout is $38 million. I hope they don't hit a scandal. $17 million is the buyout for Eddie O. And there are some other massive numbers. Like, you want to talk about some coaches that are probably in place because of that buyout. Amid this chart, USA Today did also publish the 5 worst contracts in college football. And they basically looked at coaches that are overpaid relative to their success or lack thereof on the field, variety of factors, compensation, buyout, all that stuff, the worst contracts. And they list the worst contract in college football is that of Ed Orgeron's. The others are Jimbo Fisher, Scott Frost at Nebraska, who's got a $20 million buyout if they want to get rid of him this year. If Nebraska wants to move on, I got to pay Scott Frost $20 million. Tom Allen at Indiana, you ready for this? Tom Allen's contract at Indiana, $30 million buyout this year. Going nowhere. And then Herm Edwards at Arizona State. Just they put the way it's structured with bonuses and stuff like that. Herm's doing fine at Arizona State, but I say it all the time. I don't care how much you pay a coach. Everyone lost their mind when Jimbo got 10 years, $75 million. I said, who cares? By the time you get to the 10th year of that contract, how many coaches are going to be making over $7 million? Right now, Jimbo is 7th in the country. They're Saban, O, Shaw, Dabo, Lincoln Riley, Dan Mullen, all making more than Jimbo right now. I know he just got the bump in pay, but the point is, Gary Patterson's or Ryan Day's at 6'6", Gary Patterson's at 6'1", Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern's at 5'7", Chip Kelly's at 5'6", Mel Tucker at Michigan State 5'5". You understand the point? Like, if you're winning, it doesn't matter what you're paying them, nobody cares. The most important part is the buyout. It's why the deal Scott Woodward did with Jimmy Sexton was brilliant. There was no buyout. And that means you're vulnerable because the coach can leave, but it also doesn't tether you to the coach if you want to move on. You can get out of the contract instead of continuing to run your program into the ground because of financial considerations. You can move on. It's a risk that you weigh on both sides of it. I understand that. But it beats the alternative if you're sitting there wanting to move on and can't. LSU, go move on. It's going to cost them. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.